Good afternoon. We are here in Rockford, Illinois for the USWRA National Championships tournaments. This is a Division I matchup between the University of Arizona Wildcats and the Brooks Bandits. I'm joined by USA coach Joe Delagrave. Welcome, Joe.
Good to be here again.
Yeah, glad to have you back on the mic.
Yeah.
Looks like that tip ends up being off Brooks. It's Corey Puderbaugh with the first try. Puderbaugh or Puderbaugh?
Puderbaugh.
That's what I thought.
Puderbaugh.
That's the way I've been pronouncing it, but somebody said it the other way, and I thought, well, maybe I should make sure. So inbound, Bergman to Chris Hull. And Hull stopped it by Puderbaugh. He's looking for help over there. Baranski. And a turnover. Puderbaugh taking advantage. So we got Josh Wheeler, number 10 here, keeping Cody Caldwell out of the play. Number 11 for Brooks. Basically rendering him ineffective. And another Puderbaugh turnover. Not that he turned it over, he's the recipient of a turnover. So quickly, U of A on top by 3. Wheeler relentless on the defense. Intercepted there.
Travis Baker with the interception there. Quick 3-0 lead here.
Travis Baker, they got his number wrong.
Yeah, man, maybe Travis Baker forgot his jersey.
That's entirely possible.
That's has that ever happened to you?
Does that mean Fredette's not playing?
Fredette's on the court. He's number 11.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, his number's wrong too. It looks like they moved it down.
Oh,
right?
there you go.
So Fleece is probably 12.
Yep.
Where's Chris Fleece? He's right on the end of the bench, but I can't see him. So Wheeler's 10. We all know Wheeler's 10, but it says Chuck Melton. So yeah, it's all down one. Does that mean Paco's 23? We'll figure it out. Off the wheel of Hall. It's another turnover. 4-0 U of A will get the ball back. Fredette there inbounding, number 11. Oh, and off the front of Puderbaugh's chairs, the pass from Wheeler. Three of these guys were just in Columbia playing rugby. Won themselves a gold medal in the America's Cup. Wheeler, Puderbaugh, and Lee Fredette. Hall gets off the picker of Fredette, across the line, dumps it off to Caldwell. Caldwell finally getting his first action. Relentless defense of Wheeler. And then swiped out. But Puderbaugh can't get there.
The hustle right there was really nice to see from Corey.
As a coach, you got to love that, right?
No, it's great.
I mean, he went for it. He had a chance to get it.
Games like this where you favored to win, you got a big lead already. It's doing the little things well to get you on course for a good tournament all the way through.
Right. Those lopsided games, it's easy to be complacent and make mistakes because they don't seem to mean anything. But
yep.
Looks like Wheeler might be shaken up. No, he's smiling. Maybe he's just combing his hair with his fingers. I don't know. But we're back to action. Puderbaugh with the ball. Bergman tries to stop him. Got one of his wheels up there. Puderbaugh able to escape, and he's going to get across half before the 12. Picked by Wheeler. One-man try machine.
They should have delivered your lunch. I saw you speeding through.
Yeah, I had to go get it.
Yeah.
And then try and stuff down as much as I could. The overtime kind of screwed me up a little bit. Hall gets a try.
Yeah.
5-2 now. So now it's Wheeler, number 10. He'll take a little kiss there, but get through without too much difficulty.
It'll be interesting to see in this game what the Wildcats do with their bench, how quick they go to it. 2 games a day at any level is not easy to do. It's tiring, and so trying to keep your guys as fresh as possible to see if they can. U of A is wanting to knock off some teams here to try to compete. They're I guess the defending champions all the way back from 2019. If you want to look at it like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Here, right?
Right here in this gym, on this court, where they beat Denver in 2019.
Oh yeah, I called that game actually. I think.
You and I were together.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Wow. God, that seems like an eternity ago. Kind of was.
Yeah.
And that will be Kingsland. I think I called it Caldwell because I was saying Canada's games all on Columbus.
Yeah.
Cody Kingsland, number 11 of Brooks. And Cody's a 2.5. Yep. So they're running that 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. There's Bergman a 1. He used to be a 1.5, so he's probably a 1.
Yep. He's been around ever since Jacksonville went to nationals for the first time.
Yep. He said he's been playing 13 years.
Okay, yeah.
I think.
Jacksonville's doing a good job. They're competing hard, though. They're competing.
Yeah.
They're pushing hard, calling the timeouts when they need to. It's good to see.
Well, that's what you want, because when they get into a situation where there's a game that they can win, where they have a reasonable opportunity, they need to have good things to build on.
Yep.
But yeah, Wheeler's eating up Caldwell up the top. And in the first game where we saw the 1 seed against the 8 seed here, Brooks, you didn't see the starting line come out on the 1 until later.
Yeah. A couple subs for Jacksonville. Stephen Walker checked in, and
So King, number 2.
Terrell King.
I thought he was going to make it on. Puderball's in there with his hands. Walker trying to get in the middle. Goes to the other corner. King gets it back. Wheeler slaps it away. Baker tries to save it, but we'll get a 40-second violation because Arizona never actually took possession. 7-3.
Great hustle there by Travis Baker. It's great.
Yeah, even though it didn't end up making any difference. You want to see that out of your guys. You want to see them working hard. Me, I have to save some on some plays so that I have that extra push when I need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the tough part. It's such a different thought process when you're playing club ball and you're playing 5 games in 3 days. You're gonna have to take some plays off. It's no doubt about it.
Especially when you're out of shape because you're hardly practicing and only played 3 tournaments a year. It's harder to stay in shape when you get up to be 55. But that's not my excuse. It's my own fault, not doing stuff. It was much easier in Florida. I was pushing every other day outside, running a couple miles. And trying to get ready for fall.
Yeah, just getting done with winter.
We're not
those are
done
tough
yet.
months.
I think
Those
it's
are
gonna
tough
be
months.
Next week we're supposed to get more in Michigan.
Yuck.
So. It's cold here in Rockford, Illinois. 4:33 left in the first. 8-3 is our score. University of Arizona Wildcats in the lead. Brooks Bandits here looking for something to shake things up. 3 to turnover.
You made a good point earlier too with Brooks Band. They're calling their timeouts. Once they get in a situation this weekend, you can still work on things. Same with U of A. You can still work on. They can work on clock management. They can work on making sure they want to do what they're doing on offense well, and getting maybe some guys playing time. And Jacksonville can set some goals, and you have to do it in games like this. Otherwise, it ends up getting away from you pretty fast.
You gotta practice good habits. Bad habits at home, bad habits in the world. Same is true with this. If you get crazy while you're out here, you start taking that into the next game where it means something.
Yep.
Not that this doesn't mean anything. It means something in both teams. U of A has to win if they want to have a chance on Sunday. And I know Brooks is fighting for their first win of the weekend. And after speaking to them, they're realistic, but they're also optimistic. Like they feel like there are games they can win.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
You don't want to be the one that goes home with 5 losses.
Did that in the last Nationals. That was we had a good time.
I did that at Nationals in Austin. We won 3 games lost 3 games by a total of 5 points.
Oh.
Total of 5 points.
That was that with the old Michigan jerseys? They're blue and white, and
Yep. the Great Lakes.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Brian Sheridan, Joffer. The old days. We actually had Joe Soares guest coach us at Nationals, which was a bad decision. Nothing against Joe, but he came in and tried to change everything that we've been doing that worked for us all year. Because, we don't know what we're doing. I mean, I was, 3 or 4 years in. I didn't play very much. He made fun of me because it looked like I was in a rocking chair. Because I can't sit up. Anyway, that was a mistake. Well, we played some decent rugby while we were there. We just didn't win a game. And then the year we went D1, we didn't win a game either.
That was the year you guys went D1.
I'm not talking about the year that Lars was on our team when I was in Grand
No, it was when Chuck did.
Sharp should have been D1, but because of the 2 teams went D1, 2 teams went D2.
Right.
And we had the opportunity to say, hey, can we switch this up? But my guys' egos wanted to be 8th place instead of
and
9th.
The funny part about that whole thing is it was Chuck's last year of high school, Chuck Aoki's.
Yeah.
And he went to his high school basketball tournament instead of sectionals. And then we lost. So we went D2. And then you guys went D1. I think we could have beat you with Chuck. I'm guessing so.
Well, I know we played some games with you and Chuck back when we called him Up Chuck because he was.
Yeah.
He pushed so hard he would throw up.
He'd puke every game.
Yeah. We had some great games with you guys, but Chuck made a huge difference. Once Chuck was playing with you.
Let's not kid ourselves.
We weren't beating him. Yeah. I mean, even when he was a rookie, we weren't beating him. But even that game, you saw that game I posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
You guys ended up beating us in that one, and that was a close one.
Yeah, we had some good battles.
For a while. Minnesota's always been a rival of Detroit. We've always had some great games with those guys. 9-3 is our score. 3:45 left in the first. Chuck Melton will be inbounding. Kind of got away from the game here.
Good job here by Corey spreading the court out, bringing 2 over, and now he's wide open.
Yeah, as soon as the guy leaves, King, Walker's not going to stop him from getting across the line. Bergman looking to be inbound. 10-3, 3:32 left in the first. That's Fleece, number 33, right?
Yep.
His number is definitely on. And 12 seconds is the call. Brooks unable to get across half due to the defense of Arizona, who will take over here just inside the half-court line. Melton into Wheeler. Back to Puderbaugh, who drops the ball, able to save it. That was close.
That was about 2 seconds away from being in the not top 10 of the tournament there.
There's Eric Chase and his young son, Emmett. Puderbaugh across the try line once again.
It is good to see the
Walker gets away, using his chair. Really nice job there to make sure that Puderbaugh couldn't get in front of him.
Throws the ball in the bathroom. That's unfortunate.
As long as it doesn't go all the way in.
Yeah.
You know what the floors are like in
It's not good in there.
Actually, it's pretty clean. I was in there just a couple minutes ago. But just, you know, the whole idea of it. Wheeler squeezes through. 12 for U of A. Inbound, ends up going out of bounds off of Puderbaugh. Goronsky not able to catch that one. Substitutions coming. And we got a wholesale substitution from Brooks. David Jenkins coming in. Navarro.
4 in, 4 out.
Number 12, it's his first minutes.
This is, I think, his first nationals. Mike Navarro.
He got some PT in the last game.
Okay.
So swatted out again. Although this time they're going to call it off Brooks.
Yeah, Corey pleaded with Jonathan down there, and it looks like he got his way. That always feels good.
Yeah, the only time you're ever going to really get a call from a ref is if you can outrule them. You know, if you can come out and say, no, the rule is this, and call like that, it's like, how can you argue it? Still try. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
That wasn't off me. It rolled off his lap. Jenkins gets it into Hall. Caldwell tries to set a pick. Kind of half. And I think that'll be, I thought for sure that was for you. Hall's not arguing it, so he probably agrees.
I kind of saw what you saw, but, well.
I think he's kind of just letting it happen at that point. It's tough to be the 8th seed in D1.
It is. Historically, you're looking at maybe, this year there's 5 deep of really solid teams, maybe 6, and that's always the tough, being 7,
Usually
being
the
8.
line between D1 and D2 is blurry. Right, like you could take the last 2 in D1 and the top 2 in D2 and put those 4 teams together.
Have a good tournament.
Have a really interesting tournament,
Yep.
And unfortunately, the free agency rule hasn't made 8 strong teams. It's made 3 ridiculous teams or 4 ridiculous teams. Which can compete with pretty much any national team out there. Brooks unable to cross half. Saves the 12-second call. I mean, the shot clock's at 28, so they weren't getting there. Try and pick that thing up off the floor since it's right in front of his foot.
Yeah.
And that's almost a kitten. Hall takes the inbound from Jenkins.
Good pass from DJ.
Oh, Hall got it knocked down on his way out of his lap. And Melton had a great tournament in Columbia.
Yeah, Melton's in phenomenal shape. He really
yeah, you can see that in Columbia for sure.
Changed a lot after Tokyo and his diet and workout. And I mean, he is jacked right now, which is.
Well, he's sure-handed. I mean, he even started his international career there as on the hands team, right? At the end, where you're trying to either hang on to the ball or trying to create a turnover in that last 30 seconds or whatever. It's always been that way. When he was playing with St. Louis, you know, he always wanted to keep the ball out of his hands. He knew that when it went there, you weren't getting it out. Hall, not with a timeout, just tosses the ball instead of going out of bounds. You can see Chris Hall's frustration. He's not sure why he's even in. Kind of seems to be out of the game. He's frustrated. I understand it. And here he is in the play. 2.7 left. 16-4 is our score. University of Arizona leading the Brooks Bandits. And we will go into the break here for 2 minutes. We'll come back, play the second quarter. My name's Dave Mengen. I'm with Joe Delagrave. We'll see you in a minute. My name is Dave Mengen. I'm with Joe Delagrave. We are here at the USWRA National Championships Tournament. This is a Division I matchup between Brooks and University of Arizona. Getting ready to start the second. 16-4, University of Arizona is ahead.
Got Derek Helton in, my all-time favorite teammate. was
Yeah, he's a solid, quiet, like threat to get his hands in there.
yeah. He
That
was
was before he couldn't hear.
He was an absolute stud for
Yeah, I really enjoy watching him
6,
play.
7, 8 years on the national team.
Well, the unfortunate thing is, you know, we all clearly have dealt with and adapted to our disabilities, but some of our disabilities, you know, keep taking their toll and getting worse and worse. And for Derek, you know, it's not being able to hear now. It makes it harder. It's harder to communicate. But I'm glad that he's doing better. I know he's in a lot of trouble. The fact that he's back in a rugby chair is amazing and friggin' awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see. Got three kids. His wife Krista, and beautiful family.
Yeah, I get to see him with his kids on, you know, on social media all the time. Wheeler intercepts that one. Boronsky unable to get there. Wheeler just too quick. Excellent pass that time by Jenkins. Walker was up there looking for a pass. Got pushed out of bounds. Nice play by Baker. Baker ran him right outside. But that's, yeah, he shouldn't be in the box. That's a turnover.
That should be a turnover.
The ref put him in the box.
Which is not the right call.
No. So I don't think Walker knows. But U of A scores. They might redo this because it was a referee error. She put him in the box. He didn't just go
Yeah,
there on his own.
they can reset this entire play, which is probably the right call.
It's correctable.
Yeah.
You know, anytime you know exactly what time the last thing happened before this, then you can get away with that. They're talking about it. I think he's trying to correct it, and they're deciding what to do. Surprised Bob Lopez didn't say something over there, commissioner and technical referee.
I think he's over there watching Netflix or something on his phone.
He's
so they're
probably dealing with a commissioner situation, knowing the job.
Yeah.
He's not watching Netflix. I guarantee he's not watching Netflix.
Problems happening
He might
at
be getting
nationals?
text messages from people about stuff, yeah. No, things never happen wrong at nationals. I was surprised in my tenure, I only had one concussion protocol at a nationals, and it was in Phoenix. It was a Canadian player. I'm trying to think of who it was.
Huh.
But he had to get cleared by the paramedic. So I think the refs have decided that they are going to run this back.
Reset it. Nope.
Yeah, inbound from the side, right? So the clock's back to 7:09. And it's 19-4. So now they're going to say he gets the try? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there was kind of no.
If this had
point
been a
in-
one-point game, some people would be upset.
yeah.
I think they're just taking it in stride. Brooks pushing hard, but with a good sense of humor. Walker fights his way in. Is that Dahl? Oh no, that's
That's Derek.
yeah, Helton. Their numbers are all jacked up on this program. So Melton comes around the outside. He's got Helton looking back. Quick inbound to Walker. Walker trying to sneak behind Melton, kind of using him as a shadow. Gets by Wheeler for the try. 20-6 is our score with 6:29 left in the second. Wheeler looked at the long pass, decided to pull it up. He's made a couple of those.
Well,
International play.
yeah.
Helton up to Wheeler. Makes it 21-6. Jenkins has Walker. And
Wheeler baited him, backed into him, and there you go. But that's you look at a guy like Mike Bavero, he's brand new, he's just getting classified. Hopefully his classification works out for him, but he gets to play against 3, 4, 5 Paralympians on the U of A team, which is great experience, I'm assuming, for him. So.
yeah, it's fun to play against those, even if you're getting destroyed. It's fun to just see and compete against those guys and really see the level at which they play. Because you can watch it on TV and it looks a lot easier than it is. I know my brother, when he first started playing hockey, it's like, wow, they make it look so easy. I got to control the puck and skate.
Right.
I actually just started playing floorball, which is kind of like hockey with a wiffle ball.
Okay.
And I am not good at it. I can push, I can get in the way, I can be an obstacle, but puck handling, no way. I'm trying to figure it out. Wronski, Helton trying to get his hand in there. Looks all bottled up here. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And Walker was calling timeout. He got it.
Their last one.
I don't like that the shot clock switches to.
I don't either. I was noticing that, and it was
looks like it's 32.
Right.
But it's 3.2.
The first game I did with you, I saw that, and I was going to say, hey, the clock's wrong, and then realized what was going on. And
I did say it until I heard people yelling. Corey Puderball up there on the wall. Giant banners they got in here. Pretty nice.
They really are. It adds a lot to the.
Oscar Mike put a lot of time and money and effort into this event. They did a great job last time. Biggest concern was transportation, which turned out to be a problem again this year because one of the transportation companies, I think, backed out at the last minute.
Okay.
They had personnel issues, which everyone's having in the world. I'm having it at my job. But there were people waiting at the airport for many hours, which is super frustrating.
Yeah. Probably none so more frustrating than the gentleman who just rolled in the gym, Stuart Robinson, who comes from England, and his chair is lost.
No.
So hasn't been able to play yet today.
Who's he play with?
Plays with Sierra Storm.
GB though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he played great at Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of nice to see. I mean, GB's never won a medal. Down in Rio, they were 1 point away from being in the medal round. Playing for it.
Lost a heartbreaker to Canada.
Yeah. Canada always the foil. I mean, they foiled U.S. in several situations. Foiled GB there. I mean, you can never count them out.
Hey, we don't have to bring up all the old skeletons.
U.S. is the only team to medal in every games and worlds.
Yeah, kind of insane to think about that one.
Trying to make you feel better.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Hey, we had a whole new USA mentality and regime. And I'm really excited to see how things go when we get to Paris and even Denmark.
Yeah.
Right, because the America's Championship, Canada's a tough team, but there are a lot of teams out there in the world that are fighting for this.
That's amazing to see the world getting so much better at rugby as well. Like that's
great.
it's deep.
That's one of the benefits of having international players come to the
Yep.
U.S. is they get to play a lot of rugby
Yep.
with a lot of great players. I mean, think about the people, Riley Batt, Roscoe, and everybody in between, right?
Yep.
That come here and play high pointers, low pointers. 4:39 left in the second. It's 27 to.
Oh, he's going with it.
7, and Wheeler chucks it up to Melton.
I don't think there's anyone in the world that can throw a ball sitting down like Wheeler can. It's truly like it's one of the most athletic things I've seen.
He's got arms and trunk. I don't know how he's a 2.5, but
Well,
it's not up to me. I'm not a
I'm glad he's on our team.
no kidding. And he's fast, man. He's really got fast. And when he plays with his head on and with intensity, he's tough to beat.
Yep.
Jenkins actually got a hold of that one
Oof.
after Melton. Melton kind of pulled it away, but then he hit Jenkins, I think, in the face.
He might have.
The back of his hand.
Maybe it's a second foul in there.
Well, they're both pulling at the ball.
Yeah. You know, there's with rugby, you don't have a foul limit. There's really no risk. There's only reward, so why not? And then you get.
No.
Melton's over there giving me crap because as a coach, I'm like, I want you guys in the penalty box. Reach. Foul. Hack.
It's an interesting philosophy. Joffre would have been great on that team.
Well, it's a ref's not gonna call every foul because they can't see every foul.
Right.
You know, and there's plenty of teams that do it on the club level and international level, and it's a strategy there. But
Well, the problem with at some point is, at least I know that's happened here in the past, is we got a reputation for being reachy. So they would call things even when they were really like
right.
touchy. So there's a line there that could be crossed. Melton,
Yeah.
nice adjustment on his chair.
Yeah.
Oh, but Hull did a great job on defense there to make sure he couldn't pull that.
Derek's patting his chest. He knew he got a little tight in the lane there. He should have widened out. And got Paco coming in. Chris Fleece, Wheeler staying on. And a new guy for U of A.
Don't trust the numbers.
Don't trust the numbers. I'm guessing Dylan Dahl. What a name. Dillian Dahl.
No, was it Dylan? Could be, maybe it's typo.
Dillian, maybe a typo. It's either Dylan or Dillian. I'm guessing Dylan.
There was a player for Colombia whose name was Dislady Gonzalez.
It's just.
And I'm using my Spanish vowels. I think Dislady is the right pronunciation.
Yeah.
Kind of made me giggle every time. So Caldwell trapped here by Fleece and Dahl. And Torres going to the box.
Yeah, going to the box. He didn't let him through to inbound. It seems like is what the call was.
Delay, interference, something like that. I think it's delay of game. So now across half, Arizona will be content to allow this score in order to avoid another penalty. It was Minnesota that had us forfeit a game because they got us to put 3 players in the penalty box. and we couldn't put out a legal line. Kingsland got the turnover. He's looking for some help there. He's got King. King's got to get to the ball, though. Now it's going to be Hall.
Plenty of time.
23 on the shot clock. Torres coming out to meet him. Not going to make it easy. Fleece holding that corner. Now Hall coming back. He's going to get a pick from Kingsland. And over the top to King.
Nice
wow,
catch
that was
from
a great
King.
pass.
Jeez. A great pass and catch.
Oh, Kingsland almost got in there. Can't let Wheeler do that all day.
No.
It's going to be a long game.
They want to double Kingsland, but Kingsland's got to get down lower so he can receive the inbound. And then he can just take the double. If they want to double him, that's fine.
See, now, if
there
he
you go.
just turn his chair, he could have backed off of that. But he let 5 get there. He could have gotten off that pick. That's how I get off those all the time. Want some interference. That's Chris Hall. King trying to protect it. Torres ready to reach. King now in danger of going out of bounds. Gets his chair turned, and Hall now patiently waiting for a picker to come and help him. It's Bergman.
I don't know, we might get a repeat of the last play.
8 seconds.
Nope.
And Hall gets it through. 27-13 is our score. 2:05 left in the second period.
Clock management time for U of A.
Something they should be doing despite the score. And Torres slows it up. Minute 50. 28-13. U of A leading Brooks. Hall gets across half. A little move.
He seems to have settled down a little bit since first quarter.
The collection of things that's happened to him and his team, you can see why he's frustrated. Between transportation and classification and quad issues. He was talking to us about it during the break.
Yep.
So good job there by Brooks to force a timeout. Their defense. Dahl with the Clonus. The bouncy legs. Torres and Wheeler discussing what comes next. Wheeler right toward the middle. And
Good job by Paco attacking the key there hard. We talked about when we were watching Ability 360 and the Warriors and lack of doing that. It was a good job by Paco.
Kingsland takes that hit so he can get around Wheeler.
First tournament I've been at where I've seen the pylons for cones.
Like football.
Yeah.
I think they changed the rule this year internationally about the shape and height of the pylon or the cones. I think they have to be cone shaped.
Correct.
And they got more control over the height.
Yep.
If you need to know as a coach.
Well, I think it's important. They've switched to kind of a bigger cone overall, and it's important. I think it's a little easier for the refs to see movement.
And Torres gets a swipe at that. Question is, whose ball is it? Who touched it last? Looking at Hull's face, I don't think he thinks it's down. Got away with one. So Bergman gets it into Hall. Fleece is going to keep Bergman from getting anywhere. Hall stuck at the line. Gets it across to
Good
Kingsland.
patience there.
for the try. 30-15 is our score. 26.4 left in the second. Torres over the top to Wheeler. Wheeler knows he's got time. Gets hung up on Fleece for a second, but Torres there to catch the pass. 15 left on the game clock. No shot clock. Wheeler now with it. Wheeler getting the chair position, hanging out at the line, trying to score that last try. 2.3 remaining. Chris Hall inbounds. And we'll go into halftime. 31-15. Arizona leading Brooks. We will be back with you in 5 minutes. right, welcome back here to Rockford, Illinois for this Division I game here in the USWRA National Championships. This is the fourth game of the day that we've been doing. It's University of Arizona against Brooks out of Jacksonville. First try scored by Arizona. And stopped at the line is Goronsky, and he gets turned around. Stopped by Torres, turned by Puderbaugh, and that'll be a quick turnover.
Yeah, Wheeler off the court for the first time, getting him some rest.
Lee Fredette back in.
Yeah.
Here in front of us. I could have held onto his chair if I wanted to. Going with more of a high-low is Arizona.
U of A, one of the few college programs in our league. Is it the only college program in our league still?
I think it's the only sponsored one. We've talked with the University of Michigan a little bit. I'm hoping that with Chuck being there, Aoki will help kind of kickstart that. I don't know that I want to wear blue and corn.
With Dr. O? Dr. O over there with Michigan?
I don't remember what his name is. There's a guy there, though, who's been asking us about rugby on and off. But I'd love to see them start up a program. We have a great relationship right now with the Detroit Rugby Club, DRFC. They're a 50-year-old able-bodied rugby club. They got a men's team, a women's team, an old guys team, and a wheelchair team. They're 50 years of history. They got a clubhouse. We wear their colors and their crest, and yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Sounds like a great relationship.
Yeah,
partnership.
I mean, we've got some work to do before it becomes like a model for other teams around the league, but it's a really great family of people. They're super helpful. I try and get out and support them when I can. They're actually playing a doubleheader this weekend. Oh, how did that one not get called over back?
They got away with one there.
I feel like there's been a couple games here that have been upside down that kind of let a couple of things slide that might have otherwise been like that. I don't know how the refs keep entertained. Oh, Puderbaugh gets spun a little bit, but he didn't lose control.
Nice. A younger Corey probably would have got pretty mad about that, but he's matured quite a bit.
Like when I get mad about the spins that they call, it's because yes, I saved myself, but they're putting me in danger. What happens when I don't save myself, and I get hurt? Well, you basically taught them that it's okay. So it's frustrating. Hull trying to get through. Fredette holds him, and he leaves the court. So Hull able to get the try by pushing Fredette over the line. Fredette held it. I mean, he didn't get through. He's a quick .5. He's probably faster than me.
He is extremely fast. Straight line. Annoying little mosquito.
Loose ball, Puderbaugh picks it up. And Chris Hull calling for a timeout for Brooks. So we got a coach's timeout. Brooks will collect themselves. 36-17 is our score in the third. 5:23 left. I got a yes, Dr. O.
My man, Dr. O.
How do you know Dr. O?
We had a conversation about rugby in Michigan once.
You did? What was that
Well, we had a
about?
conversation about him playing rugby, and
Oh, okay.
Dr. O knows that he's got to get back on the bag, back working out.
Yeah, we got to get him to come out and push with us.
I told him to. It's the first person I thought I'd call Eric and Dave. So.
I had an email exchange with them a couple years ago before we got back to playing. Like just after we stopped, or just before we stopped.
Yeah.
So, looks like Bergen is not going to be able to get it to Walker. Puderbaugh is just.
They just switched a couple guys out and didn't quite work out.
Varro trying to tie up Fredette unsuccessfully.
That's a tough ask.
Walker can't seem to get out, and he has no place to go with the ball. And he'll get a 10-no dribble call.
So you've seen U of A today. You've seen Denver. You've seen Phoenix. D1 wise, what are you thinking?
It's tough. Denver is going to be really tough to beat, frankly. I haven't seen Texas yet. I've heard Texas is in the conversation. These guys look good. I don't know how they match up with Denver. U of A.
U of A is kind of a little bit of an underdog in this tournament, which is.
Even though they're defending champions.
Even though they're defending champions, and they
with USA level talent.
Yeah. So it'll be a very interesting day tomorrow. And interesting games right after this game with Texas and Ability 360 play.
Oh yeah. Some rivalry there.
Cue Taylor Swift music on that one.
Torres saying, no, that was me. So Brooks will be inbound from the side, a little closer to half court. And back come Helton and Melton. Boy, I hadn't put that rhyme together in my head before I said it.
Helton, Melton. 3-2-2-1 out there for U of A.
Walker around Bergman, but Bergman does not have that pick. And Fredette there does not help. Oh, Kingsland at the line almost got hit. He got hit back over before he caught that ball. That's the reason he didn't get over and back.
You could put a sugar packet in that line.
And Walker's been hit in the face a couple times, so he just cursed, and he'll get a technical foul for language. I'm sure he's frustrated out there. They can't seem to get across half. He got hit in the face. Helton, always
Derek.
a good guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he'll punch you in the face, but he'll give you a high five after.
Right.
Thanks.
He's like, sorry, bro. It's all part of the game.
Yeah. Ending up in the old sin bin.
So both of them in the box. Helton for the foul.
Play a little 3-on-3 rugby here.
Walker for the language. You can't get it to him. He's on the line. Uh-oh. Kingsland can't get anywhere near it. Puderbaugh, 10 seconds expire. And now it will be U of A ball. Clear advantage here as far as points on the floor. That's a .5 throwing that ball.
Is it, well, one.
Oh, he's a one,
yeah.
Still.
He's a one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have trouble throwing it that way.
Lee, he's a guy that drinks coffee, eats oatmeal, and works out.
Yeah, I'm not in that kind of shape. There's no question there. Look at that. Puderbaugh is looking at his chair. You can see the ball coming. And if Bergman stops, he can help him get across. Kingsland makes it. A little tight. And Puderbaugh is just going to keep pushing him. If Bergman can get to this, he could score it. He does.
Scoop and score for the young man, from Jacksonville.
40-18 is our score. Helton takes it with 3:48 left in the third.
The old Melton to Helton.
The time that it's taken Brooks to get across half compared to the time that it takes U of A to score is just ridiculous. I mean, it didn't help that there was a guy in the box, but now everybody's back at full strength. Right, that Arizona score got Walker out. The Brooks score got Helton out. And Walker has to stop it. Kingsland does a great job of getting around there to get that ball. He's got Bavaro in front, but he gives it to Walker. Tries to squeeze through. He's got 3 big defenders in front of him. And now Cadet. No slouch himself on defense. Kingsland looking for someplace to go with it. 4 seconds left. Walker pushing, trying to get through. Runs out of time. 10 in the key.
Yeah, 10 in the key.
Must have been Bergman.
I was just gonna say we're all the way halfway through the third quarter, more than halfway, and U of A has done a really good job of staying in this game focused. And you only get 5 games of this tournament, and it's clear that they want to do well here.
They're
pressing. They're not letting up, and that's a sign of a good team. You don't play down to the level of your opponent. You gotta set the standards yourself.
Well said, Coach. 41-18. Peterball gets the try. 42. 2:50 left in the third. And Brooks will again work to get across half. Chris Hall ducks around Helton. Following Bergman up. Intercepted by Helton. That's just pure hustle there. And over goes Fredette.
Lee.
Wow, why is he getting put in the box? I mean, he went and did the throat slitting motion, but did they think he did it intentionally by twisting his chair to throw Fredette over?
I'm not sure. I didn't see exactly what happened.
Maybe we can get an explanation here in between the third and the fourth.
Yeah. Lee falls over a lot. His camber is an average rugby chair has 18 degrees of camber, and he has about, I don't know, I feel like he's about 12. Yeah. He falls over quite a bit, and he's always yelling on the ground, spin, spin, spin. And we're like, listen, buddy.
I got a 1.5. He's got a camber like that at him.
Yeah.
But the problem is, eye pointer can jam him, and he goes flying.
Oh, yeah.
He's so light, and he's quick. Peterball just working the clock. 2:07 left in the third. And with 12 seconds left on the shot clock, he takes it across the try line to make it 43-18. In the earlier game where we saw Brooks, their opponent didn't start with their strongest line, Denver. So it was a little bit closer for a while.
Yeah.
A lot closer for a while. But that game was a 30-point difference or something. Walker gets it in, knocked off by Helton. Trying to get in, Walker's not available. Hull gets there, but couldn't get the ball. Too much pressure from Peterball. And Peterball will take his time with 1:52 left on the game clock.
He's going to hold up for some clock management.
Where's he going to score, Coach? What time?
I would hope 1:30.
seeing how you're his coach in USA, hopefully he heard what you said in his head. And there you go. Hall trying to get off Kant. Guevara not even looking at the give and go. Now he is. Puderbaugh just baiting that one. He was waiting for that to happen.
Just waiting. Just waiting.
Minute 29 left in the third. 46-18 our score.
Little give and go.
Hall able to get off the pile.
Oh, Steven missed the pick.
Yeah. And that's a situation where it frustrates the heck out of you when a guy has an opportunity to make a pick.
Yeah.
And can't pull it off.
Going from a 3-2-2-1 now to a 3-5-2-2.5 with Fleece and Paco coming back on the court. And they'll try to score 5-0. Melton's probably going to go to the penalty box again.
Paco Torres, number 23. For Arizona. And Helton makes a little move there.
Jump ball.
Hall able to get his arm in and gets the jump. Helton nodding his head. Yep, that was a jump.
Yeah. Getting the shot clock right.
Shot clock, yep. 1:02 left. And unable to get it in is Brooks. Now it will be Arizona's ball with 1 minute remaining. 46-18. Working for that all-important last goal. Fry. Helton scores it quick. 49 left, and they're not going to use that timeout and rock down the clock.
It's still hard to say try. He wasn't looking.
I try as much as I can.
No pun intended.
Well, actually, that time. So we'll get an inbound here from Chris Fleece. 49.6 on the clock, and now they'll slow it down. Sure-handed Helton. Pass by Walker, dumps it off to Torres. Torres looking to get it back to Helton. All pressing. Trying to make him pass, hoping they make a mistake.
I don't know. Use a timeout.
Get inside 15, so we'll get a new shot clock here of 15 seconds. And they will manage the clock down to the end of the quarter. So with score 47-18, U of A will continue to possess the ball. They also have the possession arrow, which means they will get, if they get the last one, they have the opportunity to also get the first in the fourth. Which in all situations you would like to do.
Yeah. I like the attack here from Jacksonville.
Yeah, good aggressive play.
Yeah.
Torres didn't hit from behind, still able to hang on. With 4.4 left. Chris Hall's looking for somebody to throw it to. Walker picks it up, but 4 seconds is not going to be enough to get him out of that trouble. So after three, its score is 48-18. University of Arizona in the lead. We got one more quarter coming up in 2 minutes. right, welcome back. We're here in Rockford, Illinois. My name's Dave Mengen, here with USA coach Joe Delagrave, watching this Division I contest. Where Arizona leads Brooks 49-18. University of Arizona loaded with the top talent in the country. Brooks, a team that's only been around for 13 or 15 years, homegrown.
Yeah.
All their talent comes from within.
You got. It's interesting with this tournament too. It's no one's played besides the international. The USA players have been playing. No one's played in a tournament for a while.
Well, we had the two semifinals 2 and 3 weeks
That's
ago,
correct.
right?
That's correct. So maybe some of the D2 teams have a leg up where they got some games under their belts. You get some cobwebs out, and it'll be a fun weekend. Both D2 and D1 seeing how teams fare.
Yeah, there's going to be some great matchups this weekend. There's a lot of great players here. Some of them from other places, but most of them from the United States.
We've got the USA low point team this year playing in the World Games in July.
I'm really excited about that.
And I think it's great for the development of the league as well. Just more players training, competing all year long, and it's exciting. They've got a great coach there, and
It gives those low pointers an opportunity to be involved from an offensive perspective and think about that in their own, you look at a team like mine. I've got 2 1-5s who both need to be ball options, but they never think that way.
yeah.
And on a low point team, a 1-5 is your top guy. So you got to really kind of work that out and figure out how do I do my job as the 4 on my own team,
Yeah.
and be the 1 on the low point team, and reconcile those things so that I can be a ball option on my team.
I think a
Still do my
1-5 might be the toughest job in the sport, because you're a hybrid role. You have to catch. You have to pick when you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I would have made a great 1-5.
I would love to say I would be a better low pointer because I tend to be defensive minded. I always was taking the point guard in basketball and playing D-back in football and defenses. Soccer or whatever I played, I only played everything 1 year, but that's my mindset. So
Yep.
it was a weird transition for me to be the ball handler, especially since I'm slow as heck. But it really made me appreciate low pointers and the role that they play and the value that they offer. And they're really important to this game.
Absolutely.
So Brooks will take a coach's timeout here on the sidelines. Ears are starting to hurt from these headphones.
You get some wrestler ear from commentating. What do they call that? The cauliflower ear?
I didn't have that problem in Columbia. There were no headphones. I couldn't talk to the crew because they all spoke Spanish. I mean, it was very different. We got, I think, 3 cameras in this gym.
No, they're doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the footage when they get the monitor working. I'll probably watch some games tonight after we're done. It's always nice, too, when I get the opportunity. I don't always get an opportunity to listen back to commentary and see what went well and what didn't, so that I can try and do better at
Always
that
get
job.
better. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not good at rugby, and I might as well be good at commentary. Helton looking to score the try, make it 54-21. A mere 5.5 minutes left in this Division I match. We are inside the UW Health Sports Factory in Rockford. Amazing facility. It's an old factory that they turned into an 8-court facility. All 8 courts are allocated for what we're doing here, which is amazing.
That's beautiful.
We're only playing on 3 of them. But there's a lot going on. There's staging area and warm-up area and meals and sponsors. And lots going on. But it's exciting to be back here, especially after all that's happened. So subs are called. Switch some things out here.
Got Dahl back in.
Dahl, Wheeler, Melton, and Helton. Melton, Helton, and Josh. Oh my. Nice pass, a little left-handed flip to Wheeler. And now U of A is dropping back in the key. The good news being that Brooks won't have to work so hard to get across half. And it also might make up some of the time that we lost in that overtime game. As Brooks, instead of fighting for 12 seconds, will fight for 40. See if they can't get across. He's got Varro in the corner. Didn't want to go there. Walker's going to pull back out, but he's got 3 seconds left. They don't have a timeout, so he's going to try and punch it through, but not enough time. So Arizona will take over.
Good pick by Helton there.
Yeah, I gave Wheeler a freebie at that ball. 56-21 is our score. 4:07 left in this match. And Stephen Walker will bring it up. Oh, he gets through.
Gets excited about it.
Yeah. Take the wins you get.
As he should be.
Wheeler stuck up a little bit on Wheeler, but gets out. He's got 2 lead blockers. Helton goes down. As long as they don't turn back, they will keep playing because he is not in any danger.
Also just barely caught him leaning.
So our next game, which will be coming up in 15 minutes or so, will be Texas versus Ability 360. That should be a great matchup.
That is going to be a fantastic matchup. They're both 1-0 already.
Both teams in the conversation for the medal rounds on Sunday.
I caught a peek of the. Oh.
Walker tried to do it by himself. And
that is a illegal advantage.
Yep, got up on that front bumper.
It's always tough with the name called illegal advantage when you fall on your face. But that's the name of the rule.
Right?
No.
Yeah, anytime you get up on the wing or the front bumper, that's what they're going to call.
Yeah.
Can't have the chair touching the floor, just the wheels.
Great job from the pit crew.
Yeah, he was up and back, playing real fast. 56-22, 3:17 left.
I'm guessing it's easier to pick up someone with Stephen Walker's weight compared to, mine. It's
your current weight or your old weight?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, yeah.
And for me, it's the opposite. Now it's harder to pick me up because I've gained a lot. Dang pandemic. That's the reason. Curse you, bat. And I heard that tire pop. It'll be Walker looking for a wheel. Can't tell if Hull's in the sub box or if he's trying to coach from there. He's in the sub box.
I'm guessing coaching.
Can't sub on a equipment anyway,
Yep.
unless you're subbing that guy. Only 6 games a day. Total of 16 games on this court.
Back in business.
Here we go, 57-22. Brooks with the ball, but not the lead. 3 minutes remaining. Looking to attack. Bergman tries to help open that corner up. I don't know what happened to Varro there, that he kind of swung and missed. Kingsland. Oh.
Bobbled.
Felton knocked it up in the air, and he was able to, I guess, get possession before he rolled across.
Yeah, Derek's reaching ability is so good. We nicknamed him Sniper.
Yeah.
When he's on the national team, and he is.
Quick hands.
It's kind of like a magician. Yeah. Now you see the ball, now you don't.
Wow, Fredette there with a quick one.
Smiling ear to ear. Act like you've scored before, Lee. Come on.
Well, he almost got spun.
Yeah, he did. He almost got.
The defender pulled off, so.
That new hairdo of his would have been messed up in a hurry.
After he bounced his skull on the floor. They don't call it hardwood for no reason. It's hard. It's not concrete, but it has a little bit of give, but not enough. Not enough. Although I'd still rather play on this than rubber all day long.
Those shoulders hurt after the rubber courts.
Oh. Pelton again across the try line makes it 59-24. A minute 52 left. Brooks using up that clock. Working on their key attack. And around the corner there is Walker. He's done that before. Helton comes to the middle. One man to beat. Plenty of help. And 60, I think, is the first time we've seen that this weekend.
Very similar to Denver's morning score, huh?
Yeah, same team. Kingsland gets it across. Dahl sends it in. Torres works around Dahl. Now he's kind of setting up defense on Kingsland for after he scores. Walker with the ball. Helton was going to come out and make sure he grabbed it. Get that clock moving. 48 seconds left in this game. 61-26. Kingsland gets it from Walker.
It's a good advantage to have a big, tall guy like that catching balls in the key.
Yeah. Tall, long arms.
Yep.
Turning back is Torres as Walker pursues. 28 seconds left. 61-27 is our score. 23 on the shot clock. Only 1 second difference between the game and the shot clock. They will wind this thing down. Didn't really need to call timeout.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it now. I suppose you could do it underneath 15. And then you end up.
Well, there's only
really
a second and a half difference.
Right.
just score it the way we're going to score it. Plus, they've been kind of scoring at will, so. Looks like it's going to be Fredette with the inbound. Possibly the final inbound of the game. Elton. He's looking for a pass.
Looking
Torres.
to score.
And it's going to be Fredette. Oh, and because he wasn't advancing toward the goal or the try line, they called that an equipment, so he gets to get flipped over. Did they call it a penalty try? No, it's a turnover.
I think it was called a turnover because he was on him before the guy scored. Is what it seemed like.
Contact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops. I hope that doesn't go out on the court. And that's our game here. 61-27. University of Arizona defeats the Brooks Bandits. We'll be back here in a couple minutes. It'll be the Ability 360 Heat versus the Texas Stampede. Thanks a lot.